Okay, 7.5b is in Bravo, determinants and Kramer's rule. We did example 2 using a 2 by 2 matrix, and now we're going to solve a system using a 3 by 3 matrix. So rather than give you a system of equations with 3 equations and 3 variables, we're first of all just going to find the determinant of a 3 by 3. Okay, so we're going to use example 3 from the book here and show you how to do that. Stay away from the letters, just use numbers like this example here, and life will be good. Alright, so what we're going to do is we are going to come up with what are called minors. Okay, a minor is a 2 by 2 determinant that we get from the 3 by 3 determinant. Okay, so let's find a determinant of this 3 by 3 that we have here. All right, so let's see how we can move through here. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this matrix and turn it into a determinant, and then we're going to solve the determinant. Okay, so we're going to rewrite this as several 2 by 2 or several minors, and then we're going to solve from there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we are going to specifically be looking at this column of numbers. All right, so best way that I've found to do this is to write our, wrong pen, is to write our first number, our second number, and our third number. And then we make a 2 by 2 determinant box, and we put a minus sign and a plus sign. Okay, so now what we're doing is we're going to fill in each of these determinant things here with 2 by 2 minors. Okay, so where do we get those minors? So what we do is we look at our first number here, -1. It is in the first row and the first column, so we cross all that out and we write what's left. 0, -2, 2, -2. Then we look at our 3. Cross out its row, cross out its column. And I keep having to get rid of that there so that I can actually write in black here. Okay, so that these numbers right here were taken when I crossed out this and crossed out that. 2, -3, 2, -2. All right, so now we're going to look at the 1. I'm going to cross out its row and cross out its column. And I have left 2, -3, 0, -2. Okay, so not too terribly difficult at this point, and it doesn't really get any harder. So I take my first number in my first column, and I cross out its row and its column, leaving me with my 0, -2, 2, -2. Okay, then I put a minus sign right here. My second number. So then I cross out its row and column, and that's why I have a 2, -3, 2, -2 here. Okay. Then I take my 1, and it's in the first column, third row, leaving me with that, which ends up being right there. Okay, so there I go. Now I've got 3 different 2 by 2 determinants, or minors. So now I'm going to go and write -1, and then I've got 0 times negative 2 minus 2 times negative 2. Okay, remember, this times this minus this times this, minus 3. 2 times negative 2 minus 2 times negative 3 plus 1, and then diagonals here. Okay, now I just start putting this stuff together here. So I've got negative 1, and here I've got 0 plus 4 minus 3, negative 4 plus 6 plus 1, negative 4 minus 0, basically. Okay, so let's just put it down there. Alright, so now I have negative 1 times 4 minus 3 times 2 plus 1 times negative 4 equals, let's move this up a little bit, negative 4 minus 6 minus 4 equals negative 10, negative 14. Sorry, that was my text. That really wasn't a loon. Okay, so there's my determinant. Okay, so if you look at the work it takes, yeah, it takes a little bit of work. Okay, and there's a lot of room for mistakes here, but it's all simple math, and if you just follow the rules for this, you shouldn't have any trouble at all with it. Okay, so are you ready to try solving a system of equations with 3 variables with Cramer's rule? Okay, so rather than start doing that on this thing after we're already into it 7.5 minutes, let's go ahead and start a new video for that.